G'day legends, yes it's B here with another upload. We're going to be doing a Reddit recap today. We're going to go over the last week of all the crazy and funny things that have happened to the community, like one man making over 8 billion GP passive income, and we'll just talk about all the posts and the comments on those posts on the Oldschool Runescape subreddit. And to start us off with over 16,000 upvotes was this humorous post saying to help the incoming World of Warcraft players, here is a tier list of what herb seeds you should plant, and just have a look at this tier list. And this is not original by any means, but perhaps to the new WoW players coming over it is. Basically, you don't know what the different herb seeds are, which was actually the same for the herbs once upon a time until they made them a slightly different color. Now you can tell them apart. Perhaps they'll do that for the seeds one day. With the top comment saying, looks just about right. Someone also stated, I'm playing left-handed. Does anyone have the left-handed seed tier chart? And of course, this Australian absolutely hooked him up. And then in typical Reddit fashion, we went into just about every single orientation you can imagine of the tier list. And it does seem like tier lists were taking over today. Fish tier list, but for how much it would hurt to insert them into my certain part of my body. And you can see the big boys and the sharp boys up the top, all the way down to the eels down the bottom. I certainly did not think I'd be reviewing that, but to be honest, this man's list is fairly accurate, except for that Karambam somehow in tier list B and not in S is an absolute crime. And then with 6,500 upvotes, we had Jagex make it happen by Papa Big Pockets, and this is a very good idea. I certainly haven't seen this on the subreddit before. Some are very original and some we just have seen so many times come back to the surface. And move over Guitar Hero, because here we have Prayer Hero, and you just got to basically make all the flicks, but it's still just like Guitar Hero. A very good meme if I say so myself. And it does appear that Humor has taken over the top post. Reminder, it's been over 6 years since mobile was released and the Ornament Rejuvenation Pool still does not have restore phone battery. Kind of funny, but who would expect it to actually have that anyway? And this good old one with all the WoW players coming in as well, saying WoW players will never know the annoyance of this tab, and if you know, you know, going around getting all that favor, that's just for some of us OGs around. And it seems there's a massive trend with these WoW players. Since everyone is here, this guy put in the hooded Slayer helmet, and this one combines the level 99 skill cape of Slayer with the Slayer helmet, and I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the coolest thing I could ever see in my life. If it could just have some type of red tinge, or perhaps even join the Zuck helm up with that, that would be ultimate fashionscape. And if you're sitting around waiting to see how someone could possibly make 8 billion GP from passive profit, well, here it is. And I'm sure there is absolutely thousands of these offers in the Grand Exchange for the Third Age pickaxe, because a lot of new players don't actually know, but this sells for max cash on the Grand Exchange, but it goes for like 10 billion GP old school RuneScape. So a lot of people who ever just get it from a clue are super happy to be selling it for max cash. They think they've got a good deal. Little do they know that the offer for what they're actually worth is way higher than you can get from the Grand Exchange. And yeah, it was probably one of those dirty WoW players. And from Southern Boy, after several excruciating minutes, the grind is finally over. There you can see harvest of herbivore, just 3 KC. This has taken people literally thousands and thousands of KC, but he pulled it pretty much straight away. And you have to give him a big GZ on that. You can see some of the comments are a little bit mad because they're obviously a little bit dry or had to do a massive grind to receive that. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope you get hit by a blimp. And you can see Dagonos Supreme there, just so excited that this man got it within 3 KC. They're all having a good time with all of these memes until you get down and you see this one, with all due respect, GZ and go do something to yourself. Poor Tellerline did do 8,000 KC without the pet. And there's a 12,000 KC without the pet as well. Next up a video, this guy's a got it switching gear, and I'm pretty sure before I even click on this, I know it's going to be a bot at LMS. Let's check it out. It's filmed from an absolute potato, but there is another god in the last man standing games that can switch very, very quickly. People stating that's just one of the many new players. Can't believe how good they are, but yes, it looks like the bots are still running rampant all around LMS. Not too much has changed. It's an awkward situation here. We have a fish with a glory asking if anyone wants to raid some Ironman. Sure, only 20 Herblore. Looks like he's not going to be making the overloads for the group. Knew I shouldn't have risked it on these servers. Tell me that's not a hardcore Ironman going down to a cow. Well, he is just getting hit in his iron armor, but I think it's just a regular account. And speaking of resurfacing memes, halfway there, guys. Oh my god, this guy's made it to level 50, so he's halfway to 99. We've seen that one a few times. But we do love Tropic Thunder. Here we go again. Connection lost. That's just reoccurring on the old school servers. Not too much new there, but this one looks like a very good suggestion. Give us a Slayer Helm shelf in the POH where we can freely swap between unlocked Slayer Helms. And I think every single Ultimate Iron Man is pleading for that to be the case, and it does look super cool on this very nice little basic shelf that this man has created. And then of course there's this guy that hates Ultimate Iron Man saying that they shouldn't be able to withdraw them until they unlock all of them. With the Zuck included, that would be crazy. Yes, that would be very hard on an Ultimate Iron Man. With Swanee Swanson saying as if sweaty Zuck helmers will ever take off that sweaty Zuck helm, and try saying that 10 times fast, but he's probably right. Don't worry folks, nothing to worry about on this one. We have a big problem at Yama. You can have a little read through there. 160 legitimate players, 340 suspicious players. The bots are just taking over the entire world because there's so much profit to be had at the moment at Yama. OSRS lagging more than it has in the last 6 months while getting DDoS attacked. I'ma go out and run some CG, says the hardcores, which they certainly will not be doing to lose their status. And here comes the legendary Australian Simpsons meme, the community manager making 50,000 a year, reading the solution to the bot problem being hire more resources and invest more money into the bot detection. And I feel like I have the perfect accent. My goodness, what a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? And I don't even think that's the Aussie from The Simpsons anyway. A wholesome post up next. Threw my boyfriend an OSRS birthday party, and have a look at these. These do come around a little bit, but hats off to the girlfriends who are doing these for their obsessed partners. You can see the quest certificate on the birthday cake there. Level 27, aka age 27. And look at the cake, a straight replica of the cake from Runescape. Some beautiful little cookies resembling the runes and all of those nice stickers. Hats off to her. That's pretty good. And she has a couple of nice little drinks for the cocktails from the gnomes as well. And can it get any more wholesome? Look at the two of them with the party hat and the dog. That is absolute couple goals. WGF, hope y'all had a great time. Couldn't have summed it up any better myself. But then someone said, one of the best OSRS cakes I've seen. It is a very good OSRS cake, but I've certainly seen some much better ones. No offense to that legend. Here we have a big achievement, 10 HP, Final Dawn completion. Not many people can ever say that they've done that on a 10 HP account. Move over, Randy. Look at this man, completely maxed, just 10 HP sitting there. I don't know why some people do that, but you absolutely have to respect it. And there's the DK Supreme coming back in again. I wonder if that was from the same person. And now we'll do a little bit of a speed run at a zip line here. Some shortcut on the water. Who else hasn't completed the fire cape? Fine, I'll click the meme. I finally found it after 15 years. The scroll of truth. WoW players are ahead of you. Can you believe if someone from WoW is already ahead of you, it's pretty much time to unmembership your account. And let's just watch this video. It's far too wholesome of all these friends hanging out. If only we could get friends like that.
All right, Sarah.
And for it to be farming to get your first ever 99 is very respectable. You have to congratulate that man, and how good from all his friends. With the top comment saying must be nice to have friends who know what this game is, GZ. And it looks like bots are the massive topic at the moment. Great news, Jagex finally removed the bots. Let's check in, and the player base is only 29,000, even though we've been peaking at 200,000. So it seems the bots have been taking over, and if you guys want to take over the like button, please do smash it, and we can make the Reddit reviews a regular thing.